Hey guys, and welcome back to Gnomoria. I am Steejo, as you should probably know, and I have found a fantastic little fix for the issues that we were having with the sound effects that have newly been implemented in the 0.9 patch. Basically, what I've done is I've completely muted all of the game sounds and went into the game files and just played the music from the game in VLC. Not quite a fix, but you know, it gets the job done. So yeah, been checking about, and we have some names. It's going to need to be new people. We're going to have to do the names on new people that come in, which is unfortunate, because I promised a guy. You know what, Materia, I will always remember your name, so you will be demoted right now, and we will get Blargs. Actually, yeah, Blargs. Blargs. And you want it to be a miner, so we need to change one of the miners into a woodcutter. And who better to be the woodcutter than Cherry? Is that right? Miner, one rancher, two woodcutters. That's fine. And we also had the legendary Inhiriar, who will be one of our militiamen, soldiers, when we get everything up and running again. Right, but what do we need? We need a crude workbench of any log, and that was it. We need raw stone. So what we need to do is remove ramp and get these guys. It's very difficult to remove ramps and bits like that. Okay, we come in here and remove those ramps so that we can start digging in. If we completely flatten all this area, then that'll be a nice start to a base. Hopefully if we get any enemies coming anytime soon, we'll be able to get them sorted. We also need to forage these. I'm trying my hardest not to click on any of the actual trees, because if you click on the trees, then what happens is instead of them chopping the trees down, they forage the bloody things, which is a nightmare. Because I want to chop them down. So what we'll do is we will mine a wall, come all the way down to here, and we'll mine a hole in there, and we'll see what's in here. This is actually a decent mountain that we've managed to get ourselves. Steejo cancels a jog so he can't find a path. That's fine. We'll be able to find a path eventually. I do need to wait until they finish what they're doing though. Hopefully they've quit foraging and stuff like that. They've got strength there. I will get someone to build a dirt clump floor there, which shall allow me to build food and drink. Ugh. We need a well there. Alright, okay, never mind, just build one there. But unfortunately we can't build that until we've found some stone. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need to dig into this mountain until we find some stone. Ah, and there we go. What type of stone is this that we found? Bauxite. So it's bauxite, this one. The last one was marble, so this is going to make things look a little different to what we had. We buy 9, so that'll allow us to build our first workbench. Make it out of pine and bauxite. There we go, we'll just plonk it there. Gonna be really rough and ready right now. Rough and ready right now. Not actually going to build straw beds because it didn't really help us in the past. There we are. So now what we can do out of this crude workbench is we can build pine logs and craft that to 32. Pine planks rather, and craft that to 32. Oh, lots of people have fallen asleep on the floor now. What we do need is workbench, chair, saw blade. You get the saw blade from stonemasons. Sorry, I'm going to need to slow down. I keep forgetting that I says that I was going to make this more of a tutorial-y type series. If you try to build something like a sawmill, sawmills obviously cut logs into planks. I know that the crude workbench does that, but the crude workbench does it super slow. So what you want to do is you want to get a sawmill up and running, but for a sawmill you need a workbench, which you can make at a crude workbench or carpenter's workshop, a chair, which you can make at a crude workbench or carpenter's workshop, and a saw blade, which can only be made in a stonemason's workshop. So what you need to do is, with these question marks you can basically find out how to build anything. So what we need to do is we need to go to stone and stonemasons, which requires a chisel, all of which can be made at a crude workbench. So what we need to do is we'll just drop this, pause it just now actually. Click on our workbench, it's making pine planks for us, so logically we would want to make pine chairs. Unfortunately we need to wait until he's made a plank. So we'll just speed up time, and there we go, there's the first pine planks we made. So we will make a pine chair, a pine workbench, and a bauxite chisel. And as soon as, actually what we'll do is we'll knock this down to the bottom, so that gets completed last. Basically the reason you want 32 of something is because crates can contain 32. So if we're making 32 of them, we want 32. If we're making any planks are stored in crates, we want 32 of them, so it'll only store in one section. I will show you why in a bit. So right now we're having a bit of an issue with people falling asleep, which is fucking annoying to say the least, but is that? Oh, God. We've had some small issues here. Remove ramp there. Terrain, remove floor. We've had some small floor issues. That happens. Luckily there was an update not that long ago that actually fixed some of the issues that you do have. Try and dig a ramp down. There. Ah, shit. I say shit, but like I've set it to autosave, so right. So what we want is there. Alright, so terrain, dig, ramp down. We want this area here getting ramped down. The reason you use ramp down is because dig doesn't really work. It works in a slightly different way, which you will figure out a bit later on if you're watching. Probably figure it out, it just digs a hole straight down. The issue is you end up with needing to dig out large areas. Actually, I wonder if that would work now. That people don't get stuck. I don't know, it's one of them things I'm being that used to. Tell you what, we'll cancel this. Terrain. Dig a hole. I wonder if this will work. I mean, like, it's impossible for them to get each other stuck, as far as I remember. I see what I mean? Like they've left this area that's undiggable now. So what I'll need to do is, yeah, that's why you don't use that. So now I need to build a floor. See, this is what makes terraforming so difficult on this game. Train, remove floor. So after he's built that and replaced that, and dug that rather, I need to get me dig that out. And then get him to remove those ramps while he's here. Remove those ramps and start. Oh God, I need to remove that floor and that floor. It's trying to keep all of this basically under control and like in your mind, because it's difficult dealing with the different levels and floors and everything. Dig a ramp down. There we go. I don't know how this is going to work here. Oh, Megs has cancelled the job because she couldn't find a path. Needs to dig a ramp down there so that they can get to this bit. Oh, people are falling asleep on the floor now. Oh, looks like that'll probably be finished now, so we can go to the workshops and make a stonemasons. There you go. Workbench, chair and chisel. So the workbench is getting there. The chair and the chisel's done, so we just need to wait on the workbench getting finished here. And then that'll be sorted. So it looks like all of the tree chopping has been complete. So what do we need to do? The best way to work this is if you go from top down, basically. Agriculture. Forage. Yep, so anything that's like, we've got strawberries there and cotton there, anything that's like that you need to forage. Granny falls asleep on the floor, lots of people falling asleep. And you basically need to make sure you get rid of things at the top and then start working your way down, otherwise you end up with issues. So, if we go ramp down, and then I think that, is that our line? I can't even remember now. Yep, this is going to be our line here. So it's that one, that one, that one. Oh, that part isn't even on our line. So this is all on our line. So any of these flat bits need to just be dug, ramped down. So people are falling asleep. I need to get this workbench done so that I can get the stonemasons and start getting all my workbenches getting built, basically. Train, main walls. I don't want to set them to mine because I've got them terraforming. So the best thing about this is you can just terraform large swaths of land and make that the place where you live. So yeah, starting out with this isn't even a big terraforming job, like this is a tiny one. Starting out terraforming is sometimes a bad idea because you don't really get to do much in way of actually playing the game, but it's a task that kinda needs done. It's one of those things that like you can put off and put off, but like you really need to do it. Why can't I do that? Is that... Is there something on that? Yes, there is. There's something underneath that bloody piece of dirt. Actually, another day gone, and this terraforming isn't finished. It's ridiculous. We'll keep going until this terraforming's done anyway, even if we do run over slightly, because I want this done. I don't want to spend another episode terraforming. But this is a good way to... at least I'm showing you how we do it. I mean, there's not an awful lot of advice out there on how to terraform properly. So clear out that. Basically, you're looking for any flat patches and you're dropping a ramp down on it. So you get your line, that's my line now. So, and as soon as all these areas are finished being ramped down, you then remove ramps on the highest areas, and then you ramp them down again. And as you ramp down, it goes in a natural slope. So what I'll do now is I will go to terrain, remove ramp, and take that one away. So we're pretty much done with all the down rampy. So we could also take these away. And by doing that, we can ramp down that, which will then clear out more area for us to ramp down, as you'll see in a second. Actually, will it? I don't think it will. Probably won't. No, I didn't. Don't think it would. Right. So now we want to remove ramp on this layer. Diggy, ramp down. I agree with anyone who is currently thinking, wow, ramping down is boring. Well, or terraforming is boring rather. Because it is boring. But like I says, it's necessary to get it done. And getting it done properly is half the battle. You know what we should do? While I am blabbing about a load of shite. This is something I should have done a lot earlier. And I'm a bit annoyed that I haven't done it. Drop a farm. You want something massive. Right, and this is your wheat farm. Wheat is a massive part of this game, and it's something that kind of screwed me up a bit in the last game because I didn't do it. And right now, while we've got some time, we want to get a straw farm as well. Cotton not so much right now, but we will need it later on. Oh, and you can see here we've got our enough stuff to make our stonemason's workbench. The reason I waited until everything was built to do this instead of just using any is because they might have made random workbenches out of more valuable woods and stuff like that. Value doesn't quite come into it right now, but I'd rather use pine because we've got a lot of that. Yeah, I might also want to get some groves up and running, but it's not the highest point in our priorities right now. So we get that done, the farmers will work away at these, tilling the soil, etc, etc. The stonemasons will get down and busy, and we will keep removing these ramps while we can. And digging ramps down. Thing about ramping down is you can't get your guys in an area where they can't possibly get to a place that you've asked them to go to. It's just the way the ramp down works. Like when you seen it had to build that little area out, that's something that can't happen with ramp down, which is why you use it instead of dig hole. So we're almost there with the rampings. Oops. Dig a ramp down here. And remove this ramp. There we go. And as you see, it's took us to the 3rd day of spring, but we have pretty much got this sorted. I did mess up a little bit here. The UI does take a bit of getting used to with all of the right clicks, left clicks, etc, but being this is the second season basically that I'm doing this, I'm not having that many issues. There we go, and as soon as that's done there'll be a ramp there that I can get rid of. So, there you go, that's how you cut a swathe into the side of a land. Look at that, that's ridiculous. That's a big chunk that we took out of that. There we are, and we'll get rid of that, and that's basically the terraforming finished, and bang on 20 minutes as well. So yeah, right, the way you work it now is the workshops go in a extremely simple order, right? You've got your crude workbench, which has made your stonemasons, alright, and what the stonemasons can make you is a saw blade. So you go, right, saw blade, saw blade requires a block, so you get your crude workbench will make you a block, and you'll get a saw blade. So you will then want to go into workshops, wood, sawmill, pine workbench, pine chair, and any saw blade. And the way the game currently is set up, it will auto make you I might have to craft any missing ingredients, that's right, that's what I wanted to do. And accept generated jobs is the main one. So because I've selected that, as soon as I hit play, this will generate a, oh, not one. Oh, that's very strange. It should, anyway. Oh shit, sorry guys, I just smacked my mic stand. It should generate a job to make a saw blade very soon. Not sure why it isn't, but it will. So that will get automatically crafted, which will be awesome. Crude workbench. Yeah, that's like it's crafting ingredients. And it's accepting generated jobs anyway. And then what you do is after you've got that, you go, what can a stonemason make me? It can make me chisels, saw blades, knife blades, etc, etc. So what you then want is you go workbench. The next main thing that you want is a stone cutter which cuts stones into blocks, which takes workbench, chairs and chisels. So you want to drop that down as well. And then basically you can get rid of this place because it's not needed anymore. So as soon as people wake up, they'll start to do that. Actually, that's forage. That's for stupid piece of crap just lying in the middle of nowhere. There we go. Just make them forage that. We've got a lot of stuff around about us to forage. We've got loads of orange trees or some apple trees there. Perfect. Right. So guys, on that. What we'll do next episode is we've finished the terraforming, which is awesome. We've managed to dig a wee bit of a hole and we've found some stone. This is plenty of room to do everything that we'll need to do. We won't need to go down any floors to make anything, which is awesome. The size of this. That's a big area. There's always tiny wee places that we can't actually go. So we could basically colonise this entire area if we wanted to. Which we won't need to, but it would be pretty cool. So next episode what we'll do is we'll make up some more workbenches, get the workshops underway, and we will start to build our walls because we're going to need them. Alright guys, so thanks a lot for watching. If you're interested in getting your gnome in the game, drop me a wee comment and I'll make sure they get in, like Inhiria and Blargs has done for me. And yeah. After that I'll get you in the game, and if you want to watch your gnome survive and more than likely die the way that I play, drop a wee follow and you can see whenever I upload an episode. I will be uploading an episode pretty much every day if I can. That's pretty cool. That's a really high mountain. Alright guys, so thanks a lot for watching and I will see you next time. Bye bye.